Looking for a protein shake that tastes as good as it performs? Meet Rockin' Protein Max. Packed with 50 grams of fuel, it'll help you keep up when your day won't slow down. And because it's always creamy and never chalky, every sip tastes great. Even better, it's lactose-free and has 0 added sugar. It's not every day you find a protein shake you actually want to finish. Catch Rockin' Protein in the dairy cooler at a store near you. Rockin' Protein and Shamrock Farms are registered trademarks of Shamrock Foods Company.
It's deprogrammed. My name is Justin, and I have a real hard time with the word host. I don't know. It makes me feel icky. I am a host, but I feel like I'm...
You feel like a parasite?
Yes. To use some Nirvana lyrics. I'm sure many other people have done that too. This is Deprogrammed, and it's a program where we talk about stuff. Today we're talking about Reverend Horton Heat. But first... let me do this because I like to make it as awkward as possible. Patreon.com/ohhijustin. $1 a month. $1 a month gets you this program, Deprogrammed, 4 full days before the rest of the world. It gets you the daily Oh Hi Justin pod. That's Monday through Friday. 5 days of me. Come on, man. And it also gets you #WrestlePals, right along with the rest of the world. It gets you upcoming super secret project with me and Jenny. It also gets you the weekly Oh Hi Justin pod. It gets you the Spin It program, which will be coming out, which is me and Fredo in however long. It gets you the #WrestleParty. It gets you anything and everything that I am doing. These Ghouls demos. So much stuff. Jody, you're a patron.
I am indeed.
How do you feel about spending your $1 a month with me?
I feel like it's worth at least $2.50.
See? That's what I'm saying.
I need to get in on this.
Patreon.com/ohhijustin. It's a very super simple thing to do, and it helps me out greatly. As you can tell, I have very low self-esteem, and it helps my self-esteem. Also, it just helps my drive to continue to do this madness that is podcasting. Now, that being said, we're talking about Reverend Horton Heat today. I've already introduced one of the voices, Jody, rejoining. I'm super psyched that every time you're here because you're such a great panel member. You always have such great insight beyond what people normally bring.
Well, it's because I spend time on Wikipedia before I get here.
You also you approach your list building a lot differently than everybody else.
Do I?
I feel there's a lot of thought that you put into some of the songs that I'll look past. You'll bring to the table, and I'll be like, I didn't think of it that way.
So the facade is holding. That's good to know.
Well, there you go. Also, I'm always tickled pink. I said this last week with Fozzie. I'm tickled pink when new people come to the table. Meri,
Hi.
thank you for coming aboard. A couple months ago, you jumped in and you're like, "Yeah, I want to do the show." And then you said you too. I was like, "Oh, well, we already did part 1." And then, but you offered up Reverend Horton Heat. And not only did you offer it up, but Jody jumped almost immediately right on. I think Massive Attack was the fastest one got snapped up, Reverend Horton Heat being the second.
Nice.
I'm just quick like that.
Jody is constantly...
Quick draw.
I've been seeing a doctor about it. I hope to have that problem solved soon.
Jody is always like, I want to do this one. I'm like, okay. Let me get my panels together. But I'm super excited that we're doing Reverend Horton Heat. As you can tell, I've had a lot of caffeine today. No bales of cocaine. No bales of cocaine. Just
that buzzing you're hearing isn't the audio equipment. It's Justin. He's vibrating.
Yeah. So tell me, what is it about Reverend Horton Heat that made you want to come discuss? You come all the way to Yorktown and discuss it.
Well, it's kind of crazy. I've been a fan since 1994, and it was seeing him live that was the actual thing that convinced me. And I think I've seen him maybe at least 10 times.
Wow.
In like 4 different states, I think. Like everywhere I ended up living, he came to town, and it was like, gotta see him.
He's stalking you.
Yeah, he really is.
Well, it's kind of cute. I'd go with it.
I'd say that the live show is the thing that people always point to as well, because we were talking about this. So there's 11 albums that we covered here. That's a lot. Normally I would fight harder to like drop some, but number one, I'm glad we didn't. We'll get into that once we actually get to the songs and whatnot. But everybody, as long as I can remember, I moved here in 93. So, but by the time this became something I could make a choice on, 97, 98, people are saying, you should go see Reverend Horton Heat. Like, it's a great show. And people are still saying that 20 years later. That was one of the things, though, when this came up, is Reverend Horton Heat just came to town. Did we all miss it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I was
doing
sick.
other things.
Well, it came to the worst part of time, like time of the year, like just before all the holidays.
Yeah.
Including Festivus.
Exactly.
Festivus.
That was
I think it was like the 18th of December, but he also...
And it was a holiday-themed show, I
Yeah.
think, was...
So, unfortunately, but I do want to check out... Unrelated. I do want to check out the Boathouse live. It looks like a cool venue, and I'm dying to see Reverend Horton Heat live. So a new album did just come out, which coincides with the reason, I'm sure, why he's on tour. Although it does seem he may be constantly touring.
Always on tour.
Always on tour.
It's
Basically.
a machine.
He has songs about it.
Yes, that is true as well. It absolutely has songs about it now that I think about it. So talk to me. This was difficult for all three of us because, like I said, there's 11 albums. There's 148 songs. Like I said, normally I would fight to say, look, let's drop like 2 or 3 of these albums. Let's get this number to a more manageable number. I don't know what it was about Reverend Horton. It may have just been the fact that so many people have said it's a great live show that I was like, you know what? We'll just take them all. We'll manage. We'll figure it out. But I don't know. I just decided, let's go with it. Talk to me about building your list, Meri, because this is your first 20 that you've had to build.
Yeah, Reverend's one of the few artists that I have like a favorite artist playlist on my Spotify. Like normally, I mean, I think I have Bjork, U2, Reverend Horton Heat, Beatles, which was ridiculous to make, and something else I can't remember. So I basically had to go through that list to try to see which ones I could whittle down to 20. And since he does have so many albums, I pretty much, the last 2 albums and the new one that just came out included, I don't really have any songs on because I just didn't really vibe with them as much, or it's more about the live stuff, just seeing like all those older songs kind of brought out, because I guess that's basically classic rock now at this point. When you're going to see a band that you've been seeing since you were 19 it's so depressing. But, it's like, play the hits, and so the new stuff doesn't seem as relevant. It's still consistent, but there just weren't that many. So I basically just whittled it down to the already maybe 60 songs that I had. So it was difficult, but it wasn't.
You had a better starting point than I did.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, with the newer albums, like you said, consistent, but it's new. So like in a couple years, you'll have a greater appreciation for those. Now, Jody, meticulous in your list building. Walk me through your list building for Reverend Horton Heat. Well, what are you looking for?
Let me give you a little context of my exposure to the Rev. As often is the case for me, I'm bad with names that includes people's names, bands' names, songs' names, etc. They just don't stick. So I was apparently aware of Reverend Horton Heat for quite a long time before I knew who he was, before I knew who the band was. And I found out about them by name from a former partner that said that they were going to go see, as they just put it, Reverend Horton Heat. And I believe it was in Richmond. This was like 2010, 2011, something like that. And they just dropped it like that, like I knew who this was. And I'm thinking, okay, is this some sort of local or regional evangelical thing? You're a humanist Jew. What are you doing? But I just kind of went along with it. Okay, sure, whatever. do what you do. I'm not going to question it. I'll figure it out as I go. I work in tech support. That's what you do. You nod and smile and you go to Google. So I just went along with it and then realized, oh, wait a minute. This is a band. This is music. This is cool. And then she drugged me to a show of his a couple of years later and I was hooked. And then at the show realized that I had known who this was for years and just did not know that this song was by this person. So that was the context for my list building, was this weird exposure to something I already knew what it was. So as with all of my lists, I put every single album that we're doing in chronological order in a playlist. And then as I play it, I add songs that catch my interest to what I call the big list. Mm-hmm. And then the big list gets a once through, not necessarily all the way through the songs, but, okay, is this one going to survive battle in my head?
Yeah.
And so, I lose anywhere from 5 to 15 through that process. And then much like the Massive Attack one, I had to go through and actually play them all the way through and rank them. And tell the ones fell off the end.
Meticulous.
And then last night, the last 3 songs got sliced off. It's like, okay, well, number 21 and on, you're gone. Goodbye. Yep. And then, while I was sitting in your parking lot, because I listened to my list, or most of it, all the way here, I ended up pulling my number 1 and throwing it back off, moving my number 9 to number 1, and pulling back in. Wow. Because I was like, no, this is wrong. Because my listen through a couple different environments. I have this old set of Bluetooth headphones that I wear when I'm walking. Mm-hmm. That's usually what my first pass is with those. Not good bass response, but they get the job done. Then I have a pair of Apple earbuds that I'll listen to when I'm at home, except for when I'm at my desk, in which case my monitor earphones, they're Sony's that I listen on. But on the way here in my car, in that open space, listening to it in the speakers, like, no, that first song I have on the list, I like it, but unless you're listening on headphones, you're not going to appreciate it. It's going to get lost. It's going to get lost on you. So I was like, no, it's got to go.
So,
wow.
Yeah,
that's meticulous. Impressive. That's meticulous.
I can't be that meticulous, but there is.
You don't have time.
I don't have time because, like, I've got a Death Cab next week, and I'm already warming up the Strokes for the week after. Hopefully.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I'm constantly listening to a new band. But for me, very similar to how you started, at least, I have that master list that I sent you guys, the 148 songs that I just listened straight through, pulled, whatever through for at least a second listen. If I have enough time, I give it a third listen, and then just chop them. And with the Rev, I found... I hate going to this because it's been like this a lot lately. Whatever little reason to cut a song. Mm-hmm. Like, especially, we talk a lot about consistency on this show. Like, bands that can be super, like Chevelle. Chevelle is one of the most consistent bands that we've done yet. Until Reverend Horton Heat. 11 albums of just absolutely consistent greatness. Like, especially if you dig the sound at all, period. Like, that's what you're getting. You can listen to any of the albums, hop in at any point in the timeline, and you're fine.
Yeah, there's no techno period or,
No. He doesn't step away from his sound. And, depending on what you like when you listen to a musician, that might be a bad thing. For me, I love the idea of now it makes a show like this really hard because song choice is impossible. There was a handful that I'm like, no, these are going right to the top. I like these the best. And each time I heard them, I was like, yeah, those stay. But then, like, anywhere, I'm going to say from 5 to 20, interchangeable.
Yeah.
So again, it's 148 songs, so we may need to pull from the trash. Now, one thing that hasn't been brought up here is, much like Jody said, the Reverend Horton Heat was a peripheral band for me, like, forever. We talked about, somebody saying, I need to go see them live. Beavis and Butthead also put them in my face unknowingly, probably like 92, 93. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot about that.
Did, if you ever played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Yep.
One of their songs is in Pro Skater.
Or if you played Redneck Rampage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember very vividly, mostly because I may have been watching Beavis and Butthead recently. Yeah. Psychobilly Freak Out and what's the other one? Why is it escaping me? Wiggle Stick.
Mm-hmm.
I remember them very vividly, watching those and loving those. And again, so like this band has been kind of right there for me, and I wouldn't call this band like a major mainstream success either. Like, and I think that is what kind of lends him the credibility to be able to not change his music. He's doing exactly what he wants to do.
Yep.
And I dig that.
Yeah.
I dig that. And plus, they're a very fun band. Like the sound, I could see where if you're not into it at all, it could get grating. But nah, man, like that the idea of psychobilly just on its own is just fun.
And it probably helps because of the nature of psychobilly. There really isn't a sound. It's a mixture of so many different sounds that you can play inside of that and still be psychobilly.
Yeah.
You can go completely surf music and still be psychobilly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
There's a lot of surf guitar sound in most of the albums.
Yeah.
But it's part of that genre, and so just play around in that big swervy lane that doesn't really constrain you.
I think
He's got a couple of really hard songs that
Yeah.
could fit in a really hard rock kind of set.
Absolutely. And there's like some really good riffage around here too. So we're really okay. That's happening.
Yep. That is clearly
That is very much happening.
that is there
And you know what's great is I'm not going to edit that out because
you don't edit
lazy.
because I do that.
Plus, it's children having fun.
It is children having fun. It's a very good point.
And then there's the kid on the couch playing.
Yes. All right. So the name of the game is Deprogrammed. With that, let's hop into this game here. The three of us have each combed through 148 tunes. In Mary's case, it was 60. It's smart, though.
No, I did listen to the discography. I did listen to it. The new album, I felt kind of bad because I was listening to it at work. And so I had like one earbud in and,
So you're like half
interruptions. But, I did my best.
Well, I listened to all 148 songs, and I did manage to find, I'll say this right up front, I found one song from the new album, even though, again, it's all consistent. Like, you could make a case for any of those. I was like, we have plenty of this already from 9 to 1 going backwards. So we've each pulled out 20 songs. Now we're going to mash them up against each other. And we're going to try to present you, the listener, with a top 10 starter kit for Reverend Horton Heat. I do have to mention at this point, there may be a chance that we need New Trash Protocol, which henceforth will be known as NTP, because it's not going to be new forever, as both Jody and my wife pointed out before we went on the air. And so NTP is, as we're playing, if we get to the end and we don't have 10 songs between unanimous and the discussion, we each get to pull out a song of our own out of the trash that we really liked and would really like to bring back for discussion, and one from one of the other panel members that we really liked but didn't have on our list. And again, just to point out, if it hits 2 of our lists, makes the conversation. If it makes all 3 of ours, unanimous decision, and it is in the top 10. And with that being said, I already mentioned this. It's got the name of the music already in it. I'm starting right here because Beavis and Butthead introduced it to me years upon years ago. Psychobilly Freakout.
Yep.
I do not. It was late cut, but nope, didn't quite make it.
We got 2 though. And I do have to point out before we move on that I asked the listeners what they think is undeniable of the artist every week, and Psychobilly Freakout did get a vote.
Nice.
So just keep that in your back pocket. So we're going to move to the right. Jody?
All right. Well, then, I'm going to go ahead and use... A lot of these made it in, and initially I wasn't sure that what I wanted to do with these, but I couldn't cut any of them. I'm a big fan of the instrumental stuff, and I'm going to go with Showbony.
Do not have that.
No, neither do I.
Well.
I think that may have been, again, one of those reasons, like finding whatever reason to cut stuff.
Yeah.
That may have been it. Have to figure that out. Which album is that?
That's Unlucky 7.
Ah.
All right, Meri?
Actually, to go along with that same theme, Reverend's kind of like Weird Al. He has there's the alcohol songs, the sad songs, the instrumentals, and then the partying songs, or whatever you want to call them. But I'm going to go with one of the instrumentals. I'm going to go with Big Sky.
Oh, those are both good.
I have that.
All right, good, because I don't. Let's see, Big Sky. Which album is that?
Look on the front.
There it is.
Party poker in the back.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of double entendres in his stuff.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right. Where do I want to go?
Where do you want to go?
Let's stay right at the top. The ones that I feel really strong about. I don't know if it was track 1, which, by the way, one of the few artists that I've come across that track 1s don't matter.
No, they don't.
Because really, the tone is set throughout. His tone is his tone, and again, you can pick up anywhere. But this ended up being my track 1 when I started listening back through, and I dug it. I'm mad.
I have it.
Yeah.
That's actually, just made it. That was number 20.
That was cut yesterday.
Oh, well, now I'm mad.
Well, you should be mad. I was a little mad when I did it, but, I keep bringing 21 to you, and I got to stop. So.
That's all right. It makes the convo. As long as we're getting ones in the convo, I won't start freaking out. Jody, it is your turn.
Is it now? Aight. Well, then, I'm going to go with Generation Y, because I ask that question all the time.
That was a cut for me. Yeah. I love that song.
I don't have it. I don't see. This is the thing I'm worried about. We're going to have a lot of swings and misses.
I just like the idea of someone coming right out and saying that this whole generational stuff is bullshit. And
yep.
Fucking stop it.
Mm. See, so now I wish I could have had another swing at that one, because it might have grabbed it. That's the problem with so many songs.
No take backsies.
Can't, So I might have one for my NTP. All right, Meri?
All right, I'm just going to go with my all-time favorite. Just put it out there.
Put it out there. Let's find out.
One Time for Me.
I'm almost positive I got that. Yes, I got it.
Nice.
I do not.
I had no idea. I don't know why. I'm such a naive ninny when I was 19, but I just had no idea what that song was about. I mean, I sort of did, but I just didn't really dive into the lyrics and realize that what he was basically asking his lady to do. And then once I realized it, I was just like, whoa, I feel so awkward. But that was the song that when I first saw him live, that he just was doing it for me right in front of me. And it was amazing because I was right up front at the stage, and just watching him play that guitar was incredible.
I'm not sure how many people noticed that one of my favorite GIFs of all time is "Do It."
Yes.
But every time he goes, "Do it," that's all I can think of. Do it. I love it. And again, to point out, that was one of the songs that listeners put up.
Nice.
So these are just things, when it comes back to combo time, we should be keeping in mind. All right. I'm going to stay up near the top 2. And I like this one. I like the riff. Time to Pray.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't have it, though.
No, I didn't make it.
Okay. So looking awkward here in martini time. All right, Jody?
All right.
Well, then,
let's see if we can salvage Martini Time and go for that really heavy song, but not the heaviest of them, mind you, but a heavy song. A little old school rock and rock the joint.
I don't.
Oh, dang it.
See?
That was a cut, too.
Oh.
Every time I hear that song, it's like, that reminds me of the song. That's a great song. What's that other song? Oh, wait. No, it's that song.
Yep.
Okay. Somewhere in here. All right. Meri?
All right. Well, I will stay on that album because there are so many good songs on that album, and I'll go with Big Red Rocket of Love.
Oh, That one was 27, 20. It was, it was one of the last cuts.
That was number 23.
See, Jody knows exactly which one.
Yes, he does. It was in the car commercial.
Yeah. I don't even know why I cut it. Like I said, at that point, when I get to that number, it's like, okay, well, this. You're gone. Cool.
Yeah, for me, I had so many other songs on my list that had that same slice of psychobilly in it. It's like, okay, this has already been well represented. I guess I can let it go.
Yeah. All right. Well, might as well plop it out there. We're on that album, and it is the title of the album. It's Martini Time.
Yep, I have it.
No, that was like 26.
For me, it was, you talk about slices, psychobilly. This was almost one in its own. Like, it felt like a very different version of psychobilly than he's doing anywhere else in the discography. I'm sure I'm wrong, but it felt different. So I was like, yeah, I think I want that one.
Yeah.
All right, Jody?
Alrighty. We'll stay with the album. And this is one of those songs that somehow got past me. I had not heard it until I was doing this. And it kind of makes me sad that I hadn't heard it before now. Because I love the fact that he did it. There's a lot of his songs that I love the fact that he said these words. And I appreciate it. Cowboy Love.
Oh, that was so close. I adore that song.
This is insane. Like, we're all
How is
loving,
this happening?
We're all loving on some It's Martini Time, but it's
not
never
the same songs.
It's nutso.
And I won't say this about psychobilly, but rockabilly does have some old school traditional values feel to it. And so the fact that psychobilly is part of that, and he is more than happy to talk about interracial and homosexual relationships and embrace them, just made me happy.
See, again, like a lot of these
in 97, right?
Yeah, this was an older one.
Yeah.
So this wasn't just, oh, great, he's saying this. He was saying this when it was not appropriate to say this in public, and he was just going with it.
Here's where I hate this show, especially when it's a discography like that. Like, in a first and second listen, oftentimes I'm listening just for sounds. You know, like, this guitar sound, this drum beat, this sounds different. And, occasionally it's this lyric. I oftentimes in that time frame don't get to the heart of the matter with a song, which heart of the matter is so important to me. And I hate when I miss a heart of the matter song like that, because that probably would have gotten me. Anyway, sorry. I'm spending this much time on my miss, but Meri?
Well, let's just keep going with this album. I'm going to go with a song that, for some reason, it just always I've got a soft spot for it. And one of the reasons, I was in the bathroom when I saw him do this in Orlando, Florida. And for some reason, there was a crowd incident. And I think the bouncer kicked an audience member in the face who happened to be a lady. Oh. And Jim didn't like that. And they pretty much stopped the show and left. Wow. And they weren't going to come back until that guy disappeared or whatever. Wow. And they didn't come back until 10 minutes later. But it's a weird song for that kind of situation to happen to. But Crooked Cigarette.
Nope. We're going to have that whole album and only one is going to be in the conversation. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Just crazy. All right, let me
switch gears. Come on, Justin.
let's try to find something here. Yeah, let's really switch gears. And everybody knows that Jim is short for James, right?
Right.
And Jimbo is not short, but look, you've got a friend in Jimbo.
Damn. I picked the other
Jimbo
one.
Song.
No, it was in my initial list, but it didn't make it past the initial list.
I just love, you got a friend in Jimbo.
I just a little right,
Yeah.
right. The guitar's
Just really fun.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Let me, before we pass this on to Jody, let me see where we are here. Oh, screw you, Trello.
I think we have 5 that we've...
Yes, 5 to the combo. So, All right, Jody. No, we have plenty of time left.
Yeah.
I'm not panicking yet.
Yet. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go back to Martini Time and blow out the last song I've got just so I can put that to rest for myself. Or is it just me?
I don't have that one.
Oh, I don't have that one either.
But that's okay, because...
Okay. Almost the entire album, though.
Go Martini Time.
Yes. All right, Meri?
Okay. I'm going to switch gears to another instrumental song. I'm going to go with Pride of San Jacinto.
Oh. I don't have that.
No, that one I cut out Friday night.
Poop sticks.
Oh, boy. See, I almost want to start making changes on the fly here. I mean, that ain't really cheating, is it?
Well, we don't know your list until you say it, Justin.
Yeah, that's
we don't know you did it.
All right. I need to put this one out here because, number one, it's at the top of my list. And number two, because it was one of the most said songs from listener input. Bales of Cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's my number 4.
There we go.
So, yeah.
We got one.
Ta-da!
We got one. Yeah, it's 2 or 3 people all... Actually, I think if I include Twitter, like 4 or 5 people said Bales of Cocaine. So, yeah. All right, we got one.
Yes! We can do this!
Yay! We figured it out.
All right, Jody?
All right. So, I'm not sure I want to say it this way, but it's the only words I've got. This song, I think, stretches psychobilly more than any other song of his I've heard. But the song is amazing, and it's a headbanger for Nevermore.
I got it.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I got it. I thought the same thing. I was like, this is still comfortably inside, but like it's really pushing those limits.
It's like, okay, where's the psychobilly line? So, okay, I'm gonna step 1 foot out the line and let the other foot walk that line.
Yeah.
But I'm still there.
Yeah. And like you said, it's definitely a rocker. And I was like, I feel like I kind of need this one. I'm glad you had it because I have it, but I probably wasn't going to play it. I had it towards the bottom.
It's like you could put that song into pretty much any mid to late 90s hard rock band set and it would fit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dig it. Hey, all right.
It's true.
All right. I didn't have to play it. That makes me feel good. All right, Meri?
All right, I'm just going to go with a popular one that you can't go wrong with and that I specifically just adore. 400 Books.
I got it.
I do not.
I got it. Again, that was one that got a lot of play from listeners. 2 or 3. All right. I actually was listening to this one a little earlier while waiting for you guys to get here. Couch surfing.
I've got it.
Hey.
I adored the song. It just didn't make the list. But it's a fun one to listen to.
Yeah. I like towards the end, it's something like, I just wanted to let you know we need more beer. And I'll be hanging out here drinking a beer. Don't
I'll
worry
mow
about
your
it.
lawn if you have a riding lawnmower.
Yes. Yep. That was the line.
But only then.
Only if you got a riding mower. Only. That was the line that got me. All right, let me see where we're at here real quick. God bless it, Trello. Has this thing, okay, so when you bring up the thing, right, it's the move, and then a pop-up comes up, power-ups, get power-ups. And I keep forgetting it every time.
See, that's why I run it on my iPad. I don't get those pop-ups.
Oh, see.
I have a piece of paper.
Riveting. Riveting radio here,
So
folks.
old school.
Pop up.
Yeah, that's true.
Good gust of wind will make it pop up.
We are almost out of New Trash Protocol because we have 8 in the conversation and 1 unanimous decision.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so, Jody, let's see if we can keep the momentum going.
Alrighty.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I know. But it's okay. I can handle it. I can do it. I can. Really. Stop looking at me like that.
Now!
Okay. Fine. All right, so this part of my list I was going through Friday night. I was sitting downstairs listening to stuff, and it got my girlfriend to stare at me because I bust out laughing. Longest Gonest Man.
Oh. Nope.
That you ever did not see no more.
Nope. This is why. This is why.
Is it why?
This is why I shouldn't put so much pressure on people. I think.
I can't take it.
I'm fine with it. You, on the other hand, you're cracking.
I'm cracking. I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, Meri.
All right, I'm going to try to see if I can squeeze out my top, because so far 4 of my top 5 are in our list.
Oh.
So I'm going to see if number 2 can squeeze in there as well. I'm going to go with Baddest of the Bad.
I got it.
Yay!
Again, I'm glad somebody else brought it, because that one was one I was worried about.
That was number 22.
Oh.
Hey, so it was actually close.
I had to have Big Sky and Baddest of the Bad because it's such a good segue.
Mm-hmm.
Just starts it off with the instrumental and then just bam. I lay around here and I just drink beer.
Should have been on my radar. All right, I'm going to toss this one out. I'm a lot. I think we officially just no longer need New Trash Protocol, NTP. I'm going to toss this out. It's off the new album. It's the title of the record, Whole New Life. Thought it was a good tone setter.
Nah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't have it.
Hey, listen to Whole New Life by Reverend Horton.
I liked Perfect. That song stuck out. Didn't make it, but
Hey,
that was a good jam.
Again, I wanted to... I have the unfortunate... I try to bring something from every album, which... in a case like this is not the way to approach it, because then you're only getting 1, 2 at best from every song or from every album. I should have just kind of gone, these are the ones I like. Yeah, it's all hindsight from here, Jody.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you stop me?
Who can stop you, Justin? Who?
No one, because I'm great.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Jody, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Well, this got brought up in our initial discussion, so I couldn't toss it out there. Coming from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, I can't surf.
I can't surf.
And neither can you.
That one.
Crap, I didn't...
Yeah.
No, I don't have that. I had the other surfing song. It was couch surfing, not being able to surf.
I wanted to say that was probably like 29 or 30, because this was something I didn't mention. What did I tell you guys? I had 50 songs.
Something like that, yeah.
So, yeah.
I probably could have put the entire Liquor in the Front album. But that I tried not to do that. I was like, I'm going to cut some of these songs, even though I love them all.
All right. Meri.
Well, speaking of that album, I'm going to throw out 504.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Dang.
All right. That is down here. I'll find it later. While I'm putting out the title tracks, this one was really fun. Spend a Night in the Box. Spend a Night in the Box.
That is a good song.
Yeah, it didn't make it, but I did enjoy it.
Yes.
I love that.
I don't have
that
either.
swing feel.
Yeah.
Again, pushing the limits of what is psychobilly. This is a swing song, but it still counts. It's still in there. All right. Jody?
All right, so since it's clear that we're just doing whatever the hell, and there's no rhyme reason, there's no
rhyme.
sense.
Nope.
Just relax. Just let it go. Marijuana.
Yes!
Ooh,
I do have that.
I don't, but I'm glad.
It's a great jam.
Because that's one that we got a lot from listeners, too. I do love that song.
Love the bass in that song.
Put this over here. Over here now. I'm over here.
Are you over here?
Hey!
I think we
I'm
actually...
podcasting over here.
I think we actually have a cut to make now, too. Yeah!
Oh, hell.
10,
Wow,
10 in the combo.
That went pretty quick.
So now we still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I still have a good number here in my list. So
I have 4.
I got 9.
Dang.
All right.
Is it me?
I'm gonna stick with my theme here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the title tracks. Revival.
Nah.
It's okay. He does the title tracks really well. Like, normally when I hear a title track, I'm like, because I think of Bad Company with Bad Company on their album, Bad Company.
I think you're trying to tell me something here. I don't know what it is.
How's that company, though?
Really good. But no, I thought he did all the title tracks are like and unique, even though the albums are all consistent. Like, It's Martini Time is different from Revival, is different from Whole New Life, is different from Rev. I thought he did a really good job with that stuff. All right, Jody, I'll stop talking about my missus.
All right, you do that. I mean, where'd she go?
She's over there.
Oh, okay.
Hi. She's playing that game. Love you, hon.
Good answer.
Heidi. And again, this is another one of those, I'm glad he's saying it because I'm glad somebody's saying it because I'm glad the other side of this cliche is being talked about. Because you always hear about that crazy ex-girlfriend. But this is a crazy ex-boyfriend. And it's funny how similar they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that.
I don't either.
So my cut list is about to be a 10.
There's a lot of swings and misses here. There is a lot of swings and misses. It's okay though, because we got everything we need. So now we're just rounding it out. All right, Meri?
I'm gonna go with Galaxy 500.
I got it.
Yeah.
I do not.
No, that is one that the listeners put forward as well.
It's a sad situational song, but he's stoked because he's got his Galaxy 500.
Yeah, I got it.
No air conditioning, though.
Nah.
No
Bummer.
air conditioning.
That's a deal breaker for me.
All right. Dang. Where am I going to go here? How about Schizoid? Yeah, I had a feeling.
No, it
That
didn't.
silence is always... That one didn't come close. Justin, you are stupid.
That didn't even make my initial list.
It happens. It happens. All right, Jody.
Alrighty. This one's important.
Ooh.
This one, everybody who does a movie, a cartoon, a TV show, a painting needs to understand. There ain't no Swara in Texas.
I got it.
That's good. I don't have it, though.
I got
Dang it.
I had
That's
that
a
one
good
at the
jam.
very, very bottom because I was like, nobody's got this. All right.
See?
All right. Sometimes you take chances. All right, Meri.
All right. Well, on the same, since we're talking geography, I'm going to go with Living on the Edge of Houston.
Nope.
Nah.
Darn.
I'm down to my last 3.
Love that jam. He name checks like a crap ton of bands.
Yep.
You're right. Well, again, like, here's what bums me out is a lot of these songs, Another Pass, I would have been like, yeah, that's the one. This one's not. It happens.
Like I did on the way here.
Yes. See, you're smart. I should have given everything another pass.
Hey, want to hear something random?
Sure.
There was a hawk in your parking lot.
Was
A
he in
big-
the Legion of Doom?
Maybe.
Hello, wrestling reference. I will do that with everything if I can.
As you can.
You can listen to #WrestlePals on Wednesdays live or Thursdays right on patreon.com.
Nice. See? I just, I was giving you an opportunity.
Oh, yeah. I knew you were doing that on purpose, too.
Totally.
So, there
Oh,
it
that was
is.
the hawk's intent. He was like, let me just land here
Hey.
for Meri to see.
The Rassles. Let's
Yeah.
make Justin talk the Rassles. Okay. Never going to stop it. Because I'm never going to stop liking wrestling. It's got nothing to do with anything, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good song, though.
This is the point where I feel like misses are okay. All right.
So all those misses we had at the beginning weren't okay?
No, those were bad. Those give me anxiety. Those misses give me anxiety. These ones are like, okay, we're all right. Although it would be nice to have one more unanimous. Let's see if you got it in you, Jody. You can do it.
I don't know. I've been taking medication for that lately. I don't think I can anymore. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play that song I stuck back in.
Ooh.
The Happy Camper. Another one of those instrumentals.
I love the instrumental so much, and I don't think I had a single one. I really don't.
See, all those times that you say it's your fault, I'm like, no. But this one, yep. That's your fault, Justin.
Yep.
Got to broaden those horizons.
I do. All right, Meri?
All right, I've got 3 more here. Baby, I'm drunk.
I don't got it.
Yeah.
Darn.
I don't got it. I'm down to my bottom 2 here.
Oh, what did I just check it? It's opposite day.
It's opposite day. How about Death Metal Guys?
Dude, but I don't have it.
That was a late cut. That was like early yesterday.
That's like when I say we're at the bottom of my list, other than the ones that already somehow skated in, these are the ones I put at the bottom on purpose. So, all right, Jody.
Well, I know it's not appropriate, but I hear you got a bad reputation, and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cut. Yeah. I almost put it on there, but I didn't want to have too many Smoke 'em If You Got 'em songs on there, and I cut it.
Yeah, I don't got it.
And I think one of the things that I like about that song is near the end, I want somebody, and I don't have the skills to do this myself or would, I want somebody to put this into a zombie movie. Because you're the kind of girl I'd like to eat.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have that skill either. I can't do that. I can't do it. Meri?
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with the other. I'm gonna go with Jimbo song.
Oh. No, I don't got it.
J-I-M-B-O, go.
I had it down to. It was probably like it was at least 30. I don't know where I dropped it, but it was that, or it was Jimbo versus Jimbo. And I was like, well, I can't bring both Jimbo songs.
Yep, I had the same fight.
So,
and Jimbo versus Jimbo, it's always going to be Jimbo.
Yeah. Jimbo is short for whatever. All right, my very last song. Might as well toss it out here. See what I got. Indigo Friends.
Yeah.
So crazy to hear where we all are on this list, but still have enough. All right, Jody.
Well, I got 5 left here?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, whatever. We're going to go with this because I can appreciate a tall lady. Big little baby.
Oh, man.
That one was a cut, too.
Yep.
Oh, such a good song.
Yeah.
These are so hard.
Baby. All right, Meri?
All right. I thought I had 2 more, but I have 3 more. Or I had 3 more when I said I had 2 more. And they're both drinking related. I'm going to go with Beer Holder.
It was amusing. It just didn't grab me.
I don't know why. There's something about it. I just love it. I think it's just the way he says, "Here's my beer, here's my beer, here's me away."
All right, Jody?
I hear them crazy white people like a party. Them local gringos like a party.
Oh, man.
That was a close call, too. Dang it.
I'm just curious to what you guys have at this point.
Apparently crap.
All right, Meri?
All right, this is my last one. As constant as that buzzing noise on Uncle Bubba's sign. Liquor, beer, and wine.
I ain't got it, obviously, because I'm out.
No, that it. What was that? 25? I think it was 25.
You want to clear them out, Jody, before we move on to the next round?
All right. So here's what we got: Wiggle Stick, Hello, Miss Darkness.
Oh, that's a good one.
And a whole lot of baby.
It's a good one, too.
Man. So, a lot of misses, but we got one all the way in. Bales of Cocaine, unanimous decision. Which I think says something about our very, very last round later on.
It says something about us, too.
So we have 12 that got into the combo. So this combo won't be too brutal. We only need to chop 3 of them. And that conversation goes as Ain't No Saguaro in Texas, Psychobilly Freakout, I'm Mad, Marijuana, $400, Couch Surfing, Big Sky, Galaxy 500, Baddest of the Bad, For Nevermore, One Time for Me, and It's Martini Time. So 3 of those got to go. I almost want to go to bat here because we all loved Martini Time, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But It's Martini Time's the only song that made it this far. I almost feel... I know, Jody, I know. But I feel like we all love that album.
Right. And to not have anything from it would be unfortunate.
Yeah. So I feel like, especially since it's the title of the album, putting that through, saying, hey, let's put that through and then listen to the album as the extra note. What do you think? Because Meri and I had it. Are you strong enough against it?
No, I'm not. It was my not including it was really just a matter of it just didn't grab. I like it. I really did. I have nothing against it. I enjoy listening to it. The production is fun. Mm-hmm. I like this about a lot of his songs, but I like how much non-instrument sound is in the song. It puts you in the situation. It's very loungy. It kind of feels like between comedy sets in a subpar hotel just off the Vegas Strip. Mm-hmm. But it didn't grab. But I have no problem putting it in.
Okay. Because like I said, that album got the most representation, just none of it got in. So it would be a crying shame if something didn't make the list.
Yeah.
All right. So does anything jump out at you at this point that needs to go? Because I feel like in this conversation, normally I go to bat for we should have equal representation. I think the Rev is good enough throughout, consistent enough throughout, that we can throw that part of the conversation out.
Yeah.
Now, there's the different sounds, obviously, like the different versions of Psychobilly, which I think would be important to represent.
Yeah.
But I don't think albums are our differentiator here. So let me walk through these again, and if there's something that you feel like needs to go, let me know. Ain't No Saguaro in Texas, Psychobilly Freakout, I'm Mad, Marijuana, $400, Couch Surfing, Big Sky, Galaxy 500, Baddest of the Bad, For Nevermore, One Time for Me.
If I had to pick one of those to drop, it would be Couch Surfing.
Okay.
I wouldn't be totally opposed to that. I would say either Couch Surfing or Galaxy 500, as much as I love both of those songs.
All right. So, let's make this a little easier. Let's lose Couch Surfing. Put it over here, not over there. Justin, you are smart sometimes.
Is this one of those times, Justin?
No.
Oh, okay.
In all actuality, it never is. So we've got 10. We need to lose 2 more. So let's. So what do we want to bounce these out? Like, what are the different sounds here? It's insane to see Ain't No Saguaro in Texas. I seriously didn't think that was gonna get this far.
It might have something to do with the fact that I did live in Texas for a little while. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not saying it is, but
maybe. Perhaps. So I'm leaning towards here For Nevermore because of sound. Like really pushing that limit. Mm-hmm. Presenting that to people, knowing that he can go this hard if he wants to. Mm-hmm. And I'm also leaning towards One Time for Me because do it.
Right.
So those are the 2 that are jumping out at me as in. Now, I don't know, is there anything jumping out at you that is like, yes, let's get that in? I'm sorry, I was looking at Jody when I said that.
Yeah.
Podcasts are hard.
Right, I know. I guess the only song that I really would step up and defend there is For Nevermore.
Okay. How are you
And
feeling?
I think largely just because it does step almost outside of their sound. So it's a good show of, see, we can do this too. We can do something other than loosely tuned guitar and an upright bass.
Mm-hmm.
We can tighten it up a little bit and we can get your head bobbing.
And we just choose not to. This is what we want to write.
It's like, we do what we want, but you can do this. See, we got this. We just, yes. No, we don't have to.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to.
How are you feeling about For Nevermore, Meri?
I dig it. I think
Okay.
that's a good pull. I'm kind of sad that I didn't pick that one
All right.
as one of mine. So yeah, I'm good with that being in there.
All right. So do you have one that you are immediately feeling drawn towards that needs to go in at this moment? We have only 3 in, and we only need to lose 2.
Thinking just to try to get a good diverse scope of the songs, I would say maybe Big Sky
Okay.
Shop, just because marijuana's, I mean, I guess marijuana would be considered an instrumental. I mean, even though
Mostly.
he says
Marijuana.
marijuana.
It's kind of like tequila says tequila, but it's still an instrumental.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to either one of those. You know, I mean, there could only be one, but
I mean, that's a good way to lose a tune. Put
Yeah.
them up against each other.
yeah.
I'd lean more towards Big Sky.
I would too. If we're gonna choose between those two, I would go with Big Sky.
Big Sky staying or Big Sky leaving?
Big Sky staying.
Staying.
Oh, okay.
So I'm asking this before I do this.
Mm-hmm.
We keeping one, losing one? Is marijuana strong enough that we want to still keep it? I just feel like we need something to put up here as a cut.
Right.
Yeah.
I realize that, and I don't want to cut it, but if that's what we're going to use to make this happen,
So you're putting it on me.
I mean, I'm not saying that you're the host, Jess,
Neither am I.
I
You heard the
started
thing at the
it.
beginning.
but this
You
is
can
your
blame it
equipment.
on me.
This is your equipment, and this is your house, and so this is your show.
All right, so I'm going to make the executive decision here because I think if we don't, we're going to be tormenting ourselves. Let's go Big Sky and let's lose marijuana because it has to be done. It just has to. And obviously, at this point, we're not saying marijuana is a bad song because clearly it was too tough for us to say, yeah, let's cut it. All right.
Love you, marijuana.
Yeah.
The song.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Sure.
I'm not incriminating myself.
All right, so there's 4. We got to lose one more tune here. And this one's going to be on you two. You're going to have to figure out which one we're not taking.
Oh boy.
Because I just had to make that decision.
Oh boy.
So we got Ain't No Saguaro in Texas, Psychobilly Freakout, I'm Mad, $400, Galaxy 500, Baddest of the Bad, one time for me. One of those has to go. Anything jumping out at you?
I'm still okay with Galaxy 500 going.
Okay.
I
the other one
love
had
that
it,
song,
so-
but
I was going to either say $400 or Galaxy 500, so
400 or 500.
yeah,
One of the numbers. All right. Oddly enough, I had both of those. So let's lose Galaxy 500 because that's twice it's come up in Let's Cut It
Yeah.
conversation. So let's slide that over, and that gives us our 10,
Wow.
right?
That was pretty painless.
Yeah. I mean,
Speak for yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jody.
this, and then I'll count them and make sure because Justin knows how to count.
Does he?
Nah.
Okay, I was going to say we should invite Justin to the table then, because somebody here has to be able to count.
All right, let's see what we got here. Make sure. Oh, yeah, I waited for you this time, Trello. 10. Good. All right. So that's Bales of Cocaine was our unanimous decision. It's Martini Time, $400, one time for me, Baddest of the Bad, I'm Mad, Psychobilly Freakout, For Nevermore, Ain't No Saguaro in Texas, and Big Sky. Solid 10.
Nice.
Solid 10. Now, Jody, I'm putting it on you.
Are you?
What's the number one with a bullet? All right, Meri, I'm putting it on you. What's the number one with the bullet?
Oh, it's got to be One Time for Me.
Okay. Do it. What are you thinking?
For me.
Oh, well.
And the world.
Oh.
What are you feeling?
Give me that list once more.
Bales of cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
It's martini time. $400. One Time for Me. Baddest of the Bad. I'm Mad. Psychobilly Freak Out. For Nevermore. Ain't No Swan in Texas. Big Sky.
Okay. Well, my initial response, I have my own rebuttal on, so I'll put it out there so we know where my head is. But I can tell myself no, because it is such a stretch from their sound. I would put For Nevermore, but like I said, I can rebut that internally, so I'm gonna have to go along with Meri.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Do it. All right.
Nice.
You know what? I'm not gonna make it any harder. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with that. One Time for Me, because I get to go do it, which I'm always a big fan of. I'm easy. I'm easy to please.
Is it that you're a big fan of doing it? Or
Yeah.
just saying
Just do it.
Both. Ooh, all of the above.
Nice.
at the same time?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I've done that.
I
Oh man. So I want to put this out here too, because we got a lot of response from listeners, a lot of different songs that didn't make the conversation. Marijuana, obviously, Bales of Cocaine, Galaxy 500, $400, all made the conversation. Psychobilly Freak Out, One Time for Me. But also the listeners put forward Wiggle Stick, Slow, Eat Steak, Big Red Rocket of Love, Love Whip, Calling in Twisted. So like this, even with the listeners, this was all over the place.
Yeah, it was very varied.
It's a massive discography, but you will have fun listening to Reverend Horton Heat. That's a guarantee.
Yes.
That is an absolute 100% guarantee. It's a fun sound. He hits you with it right off the jump, right when you push play, right off the first album. And it doesn't change much. Oftentimes it's just enough to, oh yeah, that's a little different. He knows what he's doing, and he's doing it well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is.
I had a blast listening to Reverend Horton Heat. So much so, we started this, I think we put the initial list together either late November or early December.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how long it took me to get through all 11 records. And again, it was an easy listen. It's just a lot of music. So it's like, I wish I could have just sat there and listened to all of it all in once, and but I'm glad I gave it some time to be able to really, take it in. I do wish I had at least another week so I could have given one more listen to refine the list. But I'm very proud of this list. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good list. It's respectable. I can accept it. It's just needs to be at least 20 slots longer. But that's not what we're doing here.
No, it's only 10. And again, I want to point out, you can't go wrong. Jump anywhere in the discography. You can start at the beginning. It's great. But you can jump in at any point during the discography.
It's not dated at all. Like,
No.
you wouldn't know that the first album came out in 90
No.
at all.
And even the album that came out at the end of last year, Whole New Life, it's all in line. It all works, and it all feels good. It feels the same. It's all fun. Reverend Horton Heat, I think, equals fun. I think that's the thing to take away here. Jody, you're up for Train, I know.
Yeah.
But that's probably a little bit down the line, because James wants to bring his mom on the show.
Hey, why not?
That's awesome.
I know, right?
Moms know how to rock too.
I like bringing in new people, especially people that really aren't in the direct circle of friends.
Right.
So that would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want my father-in-law to do an episode, because he's a music head, and I think that would be different for things that I do here. I know who, let's see, Aha.
Got Aha.
With Brian.
Yeah.
ELO, right? No.
No.
Dang it.
Well, I know
There's
that
a lot.
Bjork's in the distance.
Ooh.
It's so deep.
KMFDM's out there.
Again, so deep. That's why it hasn't happened.
Yeah. Want to find somebody else to do Pretenders with.
Yeah. Because
And
I don't
then,
think you put them up. I think
no,
you just
I responded to that, but we
I don't remember
seem
where
to
it
know
came
who
from.
started it. So
Yeah.
if you were the one that actually requested Pretenders, let Justin know because he
Please.
doesn't remember.
I'm sorry.
And then
I'm doing the best I can over
And
here.
then we got to find somebody else. Maybe we don't have to find somebody else.
Yeah.
But Fighting Gravity needs to happen.
Yeah, we need
Especially since somebody
somebody
didn't go to that show with me.
I know. I'm sorry. You invited me, and we were supposed to be fair, we were supposed to go
You were
out of town.
supposed to. And then you didn't.
Some finances came.
And then you
up
didn't say anything.
Yeah, I know.
And I told you.
Hey, look, if I'm telling you,
Uh-huh.
I was kind of depressed over the holidays.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you could tell in the Oh Hi Justin, I was a little
Me
down in the
too.
dumps.
Yeah.
So I do apologize.
Yeah.
Jody did invite me to go see the Fighting Gravity show, and I did bail early, but it was
The initial
we were
the
supposed to
initial
go on a
reason
trip.
that you said no was a totally valid reason, and so
And even up until the day of, my wife was like, "Yeah, we need to go out of town. We need to go out of town. She came home. We need to go out of town. We need to go out of town." And I'm looking at our finances, and I'm like, "I don't think we can make this happen." So, I mean, it's a thing.
I don't get other stuff.
You're on a million lists at this point. I can't remember them all. I apologize. I know for a fact Aha is out there because I put the group together, and Train is out there because I put the group together.
Mm-hmm.
So I know those two for a fact. Toadies, I think, because we all wanted to kind of discover them together.
Yeah, because I only actually know one of their songs.
Right. I think we all do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Meri, I know you're up for Lady Gaga. You're on
Yeah.
Lady Gaga. I think you wanted to jump in on YouTube Part 2.
Yeah, I'd totally be stoked to do that.
So, which we need to get kind of back in that direction too. Finally close off, because we finally did Stevie Wonder Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
We did Alice Cooper Part 2 at the end of last year. So we can be looking at YouTube Part 2 at some point this year.
Unfortunately, when we started that, we hadn't decided what our framing was. So I've already gone through the entire discography. So I have everything ready to go to build that list.
See, and
God, that's going to be brutal for me.
If you
They're
guys-
like my band.
if you guys want to know like how much it sucks sometimes to be Justin, here's why U2 is going to take a backseat, because Scott wants to do Nas, which I'm totally up for Nas,
Right.
and Wu-Tang, which I keep pushing back. So like I feel like those two have to go before U2 Part 2.
Okay.
And so like I can't make room to get Wu and Nas in, so I can't push. This is what's constantly going on in my head. Like,
You got to keep the part ones going
Yeah.
more than the part two.
yeah, yep. So I'm going to go, because we kind of got way away from it there. One Time for Me, Bales is our number one with a bullet. That's going to be in the 2019 Best Of episode. Bales of Cocaine,
Suck it, Fredo.
he still wasn't happy.
Yeah,
We recorded Best
Justin,
of 2018.
Did you really think he was going to be?
No, but at least
I took it off of you. That's all you were
That's-
doing.
yes.
And we know that.
Yes.
And that's okay, because you got to defend yourself.
I was like, look,
Even if you're throwing us under the bus to do it, that's
Hey.
cool. We're
Hey.
signing on for this. We know what we're doing.
we can all get run over by the bus now.
Sweet.
It'll be fun. We'll enjoy ourselves. It'll be a good old time. Bales of Cocaine. It's Martini Time. $400. Baddest of the Bad. I'm Mad. Psychobilly Freak Out for Nevermore. So happy that got in. Ain't No Saguaro in Texas. And Big Sky. That's a good list.
That sounds like a party.
And I guarantee I'll chop it up and it'll be ready on the Spotify. Follow me on the Spotify, because every week the deprogrammed list is there. So you can listen to what we came up with before we even listen to the discussion of how we got there, which is the important part. The discussion of how we got there. All right. This is how you can help me get here or tomorrow or to next week. Patreon.com/Hi Justin. I'm flawless. I'm so good at that. I'm really a segue machine.
Plug it, plug it, plug it.
Patreon.com.
Don't go off a cliff, Justin.
/Hi Justin. $1 a month gets you the deprogrammed 4 full days before the rest of the world. Yeah, I'm going to go through the whole thing again. You get 5 days of Oh Hi Justin. You get the weekly Oh Hi Justin. You get hashtag WrestlePals. You get the hashtag Wrestle Party, which is the pre-tapes, and then you get the hashtag Wrestle Party, which is the full, hey, we just watched a pay-per-view and you're going to listen to us talk about it. You also get this upcoming super secret project. You get the show with me and Fredo coming up. You get the These Ghouls demos. That's a band. I'm writing songs. You get those demos before the rest of the world. You get hopefully the comic book that I'll eventually work on. Oh yeah, I just relaunched your music show as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
All this. And that's not even everything. $1 a month. And I'm coming for your eardrums. I don't know. I don't.
You
like
need
those.
more pies and more fingers.
Yes. Yes.
Don't want to use toes, though. We're not going to bring.
No. I'm not
that's
putting
gross.
no. It's just fingers. So with that being said, Reverend Horton Heat, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Bye.